there are great wines, there are famous wines, and then there's Tignanello, the bottle that didn't just break Italy's rules, it helped rewrite the world's understanding of Italian wine. Welcome back to WineWidow, the mini podcast where we zoom in on the most fascinating corners of winemaking. The stories, the science, and the bottles that changed everything. This is episode 1 of our Super Tuscan series, and we're starting at the very source of the movement, Marchesi Antinori Tignanello. To understand Tignanello, you need to understand the problem it was designed to solve. In the 1960s, Italian wine laws were rigid. The Chianti Classico regulations required red wines to include a portion of white grapes, typically Malvasia or Trebbiano, which diluted quality and prevented experimentation. Tuscany had world-class potential, but the rules kept it stuck in tradition. And the global wine market took notice. Italian wine simply wasn't respected. Enter the Antinori family, winemakers since 1385, one of the oldest continuous family businesses on the planet. Piero Antinori and a young winemaker named Giacomo Tacis believed Sangiovese could produce wines that rivaled the greatest in France. But to do it, they needed freedom. So in 1970, they created an experimental wine from the Tignanello vineyard, aging Sangiovese in small French oak barrels, a radical idea at the time. A year later, in 1971, they released the first true Tignanello. Primarily Sangiovese, blended with Cabernet Sauvignon and Cabernet Franc, aged in barriques, and crucially made without white grapes. It couldn't legally be called Chianti, so Antinori labeled it simply as a table wine. Vino da tavola, despite its exceptional quality. That rebellious move inspired a new category, the Super Tuscans. These were wines made outside the traditional rules, but at a level of craftsmanship and ambition far above the regulations. And Italy eventually had to change its laws because of them. From there, Tignanello becomes an annual snapshot of Tuscan terroir, evolving in style, technique, and identity. The early vintages, 1972 to 1974, came from cooler years and show higher acidity, more herbal flavors, and a leaner frame. But 1975 is the breakthrough. Antinori permanently eliminates white grapes from the blend, setting the blueprint for modern Tuscan red wine. From 1976 through 1979, the wine gains structure and depth, bright cherry, leather, tomato leaf, and rustic tannins, the unmistakable signature of early Tignanello. In the 1982 vintage, international critics finally take notice, calling it one of Italy's first truly world-class reds. 1983 and 1984 are challenging years, but they sharpen Antinori's precision. Then comes 1985, one of the defining vintages, a wine that still commands high prices today. The late 80s, 1988, 1989, and 1990, create a golden trilogy. These wines show balance, depth, and elegance, and are considered some of the greatest wines made in Italy at the time. And then, 1997 arrives MKI, a warm growing season producing a rich, generous, immensely appealing wine. It becomes one of the most celebrated Tignanello vintages ever and ignites massive global demand. By the late 90s, everything is dialed in. 1999 brings polish and purity. 2001 shows architectural structure and long aging potential. Then 2004 becomes a benchmark vintage, intensely aromatic and beautifully resolved. Warm seasons in 2006 and 2007 produce fuller, richer expressions. And in 2010, Tignanello produces a modern masterpiece, powerful, balanced, and now one of the most collectible vintages of this era. As the climate shifts, Antinori refines technique even further. 2011 is warm and plush. 2012 is elegant and harmonious. But 2013 stands out with near-perfect balance. Fresh acidity, fine tannins, extraordinary clarity. Then a 1-2 punch, 2015 and 2016. 2015 is rich and expressive. 2016 is widely considered one of the greatest Tignanellos ever crafted. 2018 and 2019 bring cooler elegance and long aging arcs. Wines that collectors immediately gravitate to. Recent vintages reflect a confident, expressive Tignanello shaped by climate-aware viticulture. 2020 is ripe and generous. 2021 is already being called a future icon. 2022, influenced by heat, is bold and concentrated. And 2023, with cooler conditions, is expected to be refined and balanced. Tignanello today is so coveted that many releases sell out before they even reach retailers, and it remains one of the most collected wines in the world. So the next time you open a bottle of Tignanello, whether it's a legendary 97 or a modern 2021, know that you're tasting a moment when someone dared to imagine something better. And that courage still lives in every sip. This is WineWidow. Thanks for listening.